So we'll see if we have sound. Do we have sounds? Do we have sound? We have sounds. Fucking A. Oh, I cussed it in first. Oh, I cussed it in. Hold on. Mute. Hold on. Mute. There we go. There we go. What's up, everybody? 1 second.
What's up,
Really
everybody?
throwing this
1
shit
second.
together
What's
today.
up,
Really
everybody?
throwing this
1
shit
second.
together today. Do we have sound or not? Do we have sound or not? Can we confirm? Can we confirm? Can we confirm? Echoing like mad. Echoing like mad. Echoing like mad. Oh, look at. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, look at. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, look at. Oh, okay. Yep. Boop. There we go. I bet that's better. I'll give it a second. Then once we're checked out, we'll be good. We okay? Yep. Herbert seems to think we're okay. Fixed. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Holy shit. So, wasn't sure if Clive was going to do a stream today or not. Guess not. But if he pops on, I will hop right back off. Because, you know, this is his time, as it were. Thanks for stopping by. I am in my new office. I literally was working on it when I realized it was 4 o'clock and, well, 4:06 and Clive hadn't come on within the past couple minutes. So, welcome to the new office, and since it is fresh, I can't do woofles in here, and there's no cats allowed in here, because once you see what I'm dealing with, you'll understand. But, alright, we are here. Thanks for stopping by. I'll entertain you for a little while. I don't know I'm going to do 4 hours, but yeah, we'll see what we got here. Let's see who is around. We have a bunch of people. Let's pick the correct mouse. MLX, welcome. 404 not found. Welcome back. Garbled user. There's Christian Harold. What's up? Electron Box. Hey, there's Coach Seagal. What's going on, Mr. A-Kick? Queen of Fire, Liz Edwards. Sorry about the lack of woofles today. I'll be lighting a joint soon, but I can't do woofles yet. I haven't treated the screen, and I kind of got to sort it out because the ceiling fan in this room is pretty much directly above me. We got George Philpott. Welcome. Flossie, hey, what's going on? Jack Attack, welcome. Lock Watcher. Who else is around? Let me scroll back. Phil in the kitchen. Yes, I still have a corn snake behind me. I saw you ask that earlier. There's just me, Joe Russ, yours Stetler. Firsties on you. Good job. And welcome everybody. Obviously, looks like it's gonna be a smaller stream, but maybe more people will join up. I have coffee, I have vapes, I have stuff. If you're new here, I don't drink, I use cannabis. That's really any difference. Welcome to my new office. Like I said, I'm still in the process of putting it together. But this is the same rig, like computer rig that was in the basement. Now it's up here and it's a little different. It's sorted out. It's got its own space. I don't have to hide things at the end of the day from the cats chewing on everything. It's going to be cool. Like, the point of putting a wall up in this room was to give me separation from the cats for, like, eventually I'll take a picture of what's behind this. Here, let me show you what this is. Oh, if you're just joining, make sure you click live so that you're caught up in case I'm still around. So I guess I'll go ahead. I will show you mission control. Let me adjust the zoom on that screen. And you'll see me and you, and my big head, and some of the new wall. That ought to work. So this is what I just finished putting together last night. This would be mission control. I'm usually playing a game on this one, watching chat on this one, OBS on this one. These three are hooked up to the big colorful computer back there. That's the one, yeah, that you usually see in my specs. These two are hooked up to the Intel NUC that's right there. That's for what I usually use to monitor my streams. Behind that little tripod right there, that's got a light on it just to kind of help, you know, make my bald head shiny. And then there's a fan light above me. The camera is currently attached to a pole. That was the last thing I did. I took some 3/4 inch aluminized conduit, and I mounted that semi-permanently for my green screen, so I can just boom, put it down and be done with it. But yeah, this is mission control, where we'll now be doing streams and games and all that good stuff. Let me get back to my ugly muggy. Alright, so why don't we, thank you for the compliments, by the way. It works out really well, which, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard not to when you have 5 screens. Oh, hold on. Let me show, let's do a toast first, and then I'll show you something that may help users with video cards and games and that might dabble in streaming. Something I found out that's real interesting. Let's do our first toast to Clive, working hard. If you happen to pop on in 13 minutes, you can have it. I'll switch over to you. If not, then I guess we'll rock and roll for a little while. But either way, he's out there. He's working hard. So toast to Clive. And I can hear Ronnie singing somewhere. Yeah, how is this microphone compared to the Samsung microphone? Kind of curious, because I know some of these microphones don't work great with deeper voices. Slightly muffled. Not as good as the Samsung, a bit toppy telephone. Okay, so it's kind of shit. Alright, let me play with it a second here. While you're all here, let's see. I have no enhancement on it. Maybe that's part of the problem. Let's add some tweaks to the microphone. Oh, wait a minute. Mic volume, mic boost, voice gates, blah, blah, blah. Voice clarity. Let me turn the voice clarity up a little bit. It's a bit tinny. Let me turn that down. Turn that down. I'll turn that down. Turn that down. I mean, I don't know if you're going to hear much of a difference with these little tweaks or not, but topping out a bit. Okay. Well, let's turn the gain down to 80. How's that? Yeah, actually, that's not quite going into the red as much. Maybe that'll help. Am I using RTX video? No, this is just, it's not. Well, I mean, I have a RTX 3070, but this is just all Logitech going through. My sound is through Razer. Nothing great. A little better. All right, that's cool. We'll just leave it at that. I don't want to dick with it too much. Why is there actions recommended? Select spatial audio. No, I don't care about spatial audio. All right. Yeah, the little tip. Oh, son of a. Somebody asked me, what was the question? I don't have my YouTube book with me. What question? Somebody asked me a question last week, and I went, yeah, I'll talk about that. And then I walked away, and I came back, I didn't cover it. I feel like it may have been something Phil in the kitchen asked. But I don't remember. If I was on KSP2, it would sound like I was on the ship. Gotcha. That's fine. But no, I forget where my book is. I actually wrote the question down. Anyway, I'll get back to that quick tip here. Let me swipe it back out. So I have an RTX 3070 for gaming. So obviously this monitor's plugged into it, and then both of these monitors were also plugged into it. But then when I got my i9 and I started looking into the built-in GPU, I realized I was wasting time, because you can run both GPUs at the same time, and Windows 10 and Windows 11 will kind of manage which one it wants to use, or you can kind of tell it which ones to use like, like I have, you can sell, okay, I want Discord to primarily use the Intel iGPU, the one that's built into the chip, or I want Discord to primarily use the RTX 3070 kind of thing. So what I actually did was, since this monitor here is pretty much only used for text or monitoring like my system, I unplugged this monitor from the RTX and just plugged it directly into the motherboard. So that freed up, a bit of processing power and RAM off of the RTX and put it on the iGPU. And if I open up my task manager, I can see it actually shifted and moved, some of the graphics load over to the iGPU. So that kind of seemed to help give me, like, I mean, maybe half a frame, maybe a frame in KSP, but it gave me just that a little bit, which, that may help you too. Figured I'd share that. Like, if you have an Intel or an AMD, I think the AMD have what, APUs? But if you have an internal GPU and an external, like, discrete card, as they call it, like an RTX, plug as much as you can into your your internal card and use that for your crap screens, and then your primary gaming stream should be used on your discrete one. I have both because I run OBS on this screen all the time, so I want them both on the same GPU. But it's funny, like if I move OBS, or like if I had a game or anything and I moved it back and forth between the screens, you can actually watch the GPU power move up and down between the two GPUs, like the percentage used. So just throwing that out there. A quick tip from your Uncle Scruff. All right. Let's see. KSP2. 5 screens still needs a book. Yeah. You're like, Windows 11's alright. Like, it's one of those inevitable things. The top computer's 11, the bottom one's Windows 10. But I just figured that, especially because supposedly Windows 11 is better for gaming. And a lot of gamers have said they have noticed a little bit of an increase. So I went, alright, well, I mean, that's primarily being used for gaming, so let's see how it goes, and I'm not displeased with it. Still getting used to the icon in the center, that's kind of weird. But, I mean, it works. Everything seems to be pretty good. And that was just me that said that. Christian Arrow says, I hate all Windows unless it's a VM. Yeah, I go between Windows, Linux Mint, and Raspberry Pi. Whatever, whatever particular OS I put on the Pi at the time. Alright, I need to calm the fuck down. So, I'm going to have a smoke. If you'd care to join me. It is way past 4:20, but it's a 5 o'clock somewhere, like right now. Gobble User says, I make Windows 10 look like someone remade 98X SE on XP. It's funny, at work, apparently a lot of people couldn't get the swing of Windows 7 and Windows 10, so IT at work automatically installs that start menu emulator thing from, like, Windows old, whatever. I think it's actually called, like, start menu. But yeah, I find that interesting that people are still relying on, like, Windows 2000 and Windows XP menu styles. They just can't figure it out, I guess. 404 Not Found says they have a MS Surface 9 and eGPU. If I move things around from one external screens to the others, you can see the GPU change. Yeah, that's pretty neat, as you can watch and see that, like, it actually works like that. It's it was literally so simple that it seemed untrue, but, like, it's really just that easy. Why MLX says, why is no one telling that they use Arch Linux? I dabbled in Arch like 20 years ago, I guess, like a long time ago, but I've pretty much stuck to Raspberry Pi, Ubuntu for a while. Lately, I've just been sticking with Linux Mint. Either one of the 3 flavors, depending on what I'm putting it on. The computer upstairs has Linux Mint on it. One of the ones downstairs does, and my laptop dual boots Linux Mint and Windows 10. Oh, my other laptop has Linux Mint on it that runs my Minecraft server. Yeah. Christian Harold wants us all to think calming Kevin thoughts. Legal Air, welcome. It says good evening, guys and girls. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope the same for you. Welcome to the quickly thrown together. Like, my shirt has holes in it. Like, I just really just threw this together as quick as I could. Like I said, if for some reason your device will restart. No, that would not be a good idea. If Clive happens to pop on in a few minutes, then by all means, let's just go over there, because that's where I'm going. But if he doesn't, then we'll keep hanging out for a little while. Oh, Weaselbox. Is that nice? You got your orifice finished. Yes, my orifice is finished. The office, however, I was in the middle of working on it when I realized that Clive probably wasn't coming on. So I threw all this together real quick to entertain. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, I'm not high yet. That's the problem. I've been working all day. I've had very little cannabis. So we'll work on that. What's up, Jonathan Hughes? Welcome. Yeah, I figure if most likely Mr. A Cakes is probably on Sunday. Yeah, that seems to be. I think that's how it was last year too. He did end up doing a lot of Sunday streams. Christian Harold says, I did tell you last stream to start doing these streams for more progressively unfinished spaces, not nicer spaces. So far, you're failing. I'm fine with that. My kitty cat's outside. She's out, like, there's a glass window right there. She's sitting right there. Actually got one of those cat hammock, like, suction cup things. You suction cup it to the window, and I have a full full height glass window right there. I have a hammock suction cup right there so they can kind of look in. It's not too high up because I don't want them to use it to jump up and then into the office, and then who knows what'll get destroyed because they won't be able to get back out very easily. Hey, what's up, Mouse? Welcome to the stream. Was that a Scottish accent? I have no idea. It may have been. That's right, Clive's doing the Sunday meetup. Yeah, that's right. That's yeah, that's this Sunday. That's tomorrow. What's up, Random Brandon? Welcome to the stream. Seems like everyone's doing okay. 404 not found says provisional date for Edinburgh meetup at the usual time and place. Cali Picture House on Lothian Road at 3 p.m. on Sunday, the 13th of August. There will be beer, coffee, food, and technical chats. So let's see, 3 p.m. That is 10 a.m. here. Yeah, I guess that leaves him plenty of time. As his streams usually start here at 4 o'clock. Well, 4:05. So he did say he was going to try to do the meet and then roll into the stream, so that makes sense. Garbled users say I may need to temporarily grab a lap cat. I cannot do that. I had them in here last night just as after the computer was set up, or computers, just to kind of have them let them look around because they've been trying to get in. And immediately one jumped up on the snake tank, which, that bothers the snake. One of them jumped up on here and started sniffing the cables, and then the other one jumped on the back table behind everything and, started sniffing at cables. And I went, nope, okay, everyone back out. Within 5 seconds of them coming in, they did everything I wouldn't want them to do, going for the cables and the snakes. So they are back out, and they will have to stay out. That doesn't mean that we won't have cats anymore. I can still do streams from other places with the phone. And I make it, see if I can do something, get a better microphone. But, yeah. Hey, what's up, Franco Walker? Welcome. Graham Shaw, hey everybody. I would have been here earlier, but I had no notification of Scruff Dog's stream. It was a pretty quick, where are you? You're up there. It was a pretty quick thing. I guess I only had, what, about a half-hour notification, which basically means YouTube has no idea what to do. But I guess people will probably maybe trickle in as notifications catch up. Is the text in your shirt reversed or... oh. No, it's not reversed. Yeah, that's weird. Let me see what I can do with that. Because it's not like we're on Discord, so the camera shouldn't be reversed. I don't know why it is. Oh, flip size thing. No, I know there's a way to flip this. Is it transform? Flip horizontal? Hey, there we go. Let's do that. Nice. Thanks for catching that. Who was that? Son of a bitch. Christian Harold says, but TV behind you. Let's see, cat sniffing. Damn it. What are you drinking tonight? I have my mocha coffee. Wow, I totally lost. Why can't I find that? You could mount a TV behind you. Is that farther up? Which vertical monitor do you use? The two outer monitors are just Dell monitors I picked up from work. When we had a buyout, they were getting rid of all the monitors that didn't have HDMI cables. But they ended up getting rid of all the monitors from the old thing, and a couple of them still had HDMI cables. So they're just cheap Dells, like they were like $100 if you would have bought them. And the bottom ones, or here, hold on, let me flip this around so you can see what I'm talking about here. Good job. Oh wow, you actually got to see the swipe to nothing. Yeah, let me do that. So these two monitors are the same, just as the ones turn. Those are the cheap Dell ones. These two are really cheap Asus monitors. They're both 720. They're cheap and they're old and they're only DVI. These are HDMI 1080s. And they work good enough, you know, and this is a Acer Predator 27-inch 4K, fucking 120 hertz, overclocked itself to 144. I found out last night as I was changing the mounts, I didn't realize it has a fucking cooling fan on it. Like, holy shit. But yeah, so all these were cheap free monitors from the buyout at work. That's the only one I paid a ridiculous amount of $900 for. Yeah, that motherfucker. I don't know that I would spend $900 on that monitor again. But, you know, it was okay at the time. And it does make games look really goddamn good. I guess I'll have to say that. Don't step on the snake. Yes, don't step on the danger noodle. Where is she? Oh, she's right. I don't know if you'd be able to see. She's right there. That white dot that you see, and that's her snout. Hey, girl. So she's checking it out. No woofles, Weasel. The only fire we'll be having today is from the joints. Just because I haven't flame treated the ceiling yet. Like this little, what is, I guess, is that a curio? Like mini cabinet thing that I have like some fake candle, whatever's in. Like I was mounting that at 1 o'clock last night. Like 1 o'clock in the morning. Wait, it has a fan. Yeah, my 4K monitor has it looks like probably a 60mm fan in the back of it. I guess for when it goes into 144 hertz mode or some shit. HDR, yeah, it's got all the bullshit in it. Like it was $900 for a 27-inch monitor. Like yeah, it came with every fucking thing. It even has speakers in it. I mean, not that I use them. Yeah, it's actually the only thing that's lacking. Right now I have some really old Harman Kardon speakers that I got from that buyout at work. Because they had like 2 pallets worth of computers and monitors they were throwing out. And I went, can I just have that? And they said yes. So a lot of it got refurbished, cleaned up. I gave it to, they had a bunch of all-in-ones. I gave a bunch away to daycares, kids all-in-ones. It's real easy. I gave some to like friends and family, shit like that. Kept a couple for myself, obviously. Um, Shit, where the fuck was I going with that? I don't know. But yeah, oh, the monitors, yeah. But I like being able to play on that. That's good. Your monitor. Stephen D. Brown, what's up? Hi, Scruff. Hope you're good. I am good. Frankie Walker says, we had a pet python in the 70s. We called it Monty, obviously. I had a 9-foot, the tank, like, that tank. That's this wall. Whoa, holy that's this wall. Sorry, the cat just, like, would really like to see me. I may have to get up for a minute. 9-foot boa. We had her for a while. Her name was Urasu. She got a upper respiratory infection, so I ordered antibiotics, and literally the day the antibiotics show up, she passed on. The cat is trying to get in, so I may have to go out, give her some scrubs, give her a couple treats, and be all good. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Electron Box says, I have a Dell all-in-one with a touchscreen controller for my CNC setup. Yeah, a lot of, that seems like a lot of all-in-one touchscreens are good. You find on like machines like that, just so that you can poke at everything and get it done. It's funny when things happen off screen, says Lockwatcher. Yeah, like you never know what the hell is going on. Boinkmatic Gaming, welcome. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Let's see, let me go pet my cat. Here, I'll switch you over to mission control mode. You'll actually be able to see me go out the door and then out into the hallway here. Swipe. Alright. Yeah, and I'm not sure that I want to keep this desk organizer. I made this for my old desk at work. I'm not sure that I want to keep that. I'm not sure it fits the feng shui. Oh, I was talking about speakers before. I'll get back to that in a second. Let me go see my cat. Let me put my joint down. Be right back. One moment, please. So if you keep a look, you'll see him. I drop treats on the floor. Alright, rearrange the screen. Okay, let's switch back to what other transitions do we have here? Fade back, cut, slot, stinger. What is stinger? Did nothing. Okay. What is Luna wipe? Not bad. Okay. Sorry, just playing around. All right, back to this. Let's see. Oh wait, yeah. I guess if we're gonna Try and see the K. I think there's a cat right here. That's Lee. Alright, let's see. Why 2 keyboards? No KVM. Because a lot of times I'm going back and forth, like between, I'm doing 2 things at once, so I'd rather just have 2 keyboards, as opposed to flicking back and forth and ba-doom, 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 or I don't know. Never really used KVMs, but I'd rather have 2 mice and 2 keyboards. I kind of prefer that, like it just may be a thing. Your head is too shiny for that. Yeah, I know. No, that doesn't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't. I gotta powder my head. They're still out there chowing. I'll have to set up a camera like on the other side, um, to shine down on the cats, like a cat cam, for when I do treats. Stagers are cool. You need an animation for that, says Coach Seagal. I guess that's an OBS. Yeah, I haven't messed too much with OBS. Discord. Oh yeah, I guess I could, oh, let me flip camera here. Where is my Google Notes thing? What is that? Google Keep or something? I'll post a couple links here. I got them stashed in. What the hell is it? It's Google Keep. Google Keep. There we go. Okay. I'm on. Yeah, I need a bag of kitty treats to toss over the side of the wall, says Weasley. Like a little ping. Alright, let's see here. Oh, click into that. Here is the disc. Since somebody said something about discords. There are the discord. I should put like a thing there. Alright. Use Synergy KVM software between machines. Not for me, I guess. Yeah, let me move this ashtray over here. And yeah, that's good enough for now, I guess. We want you to remove your pants, says Christian Harold. Well, I'm not wearing pants, I'm wearing shorts, and that's it. I don't even have my any boxers on right now, so careful when I'm moving around, just in case something falls out again. Yes, Lockwatcher, I had to wipe again. Pull OBS back up. But the Discord, like, maybe we'll get some new folks to join, please, says Blake Matic Gaming. Yeah, there we go. Like Scruff, yes. Pants means underpants in the UK. Oh, that's right, you UKers. Just like cookies and biscuits. They're cookies. Biscuits are buttery, light, fluffy, not sugary with chocolate chips in them. Like, come on. Come on. Mouse says, I've bruised my coccyx today hitting a pothole on the e-bike. Oh, hitting a pothole on the e-bike. For those of you that don't know what a coccyx is, that's the tailbone, which means that's a fucking pain in the ass. Literally. Done that before. Hey, what's up, Brad's Guitar Garage? How are you, Sir Champion, sir? Thanks for stopping by. We're just kind of chilling, hanging out. I didn't see anything for Clive pop-up, so I guess we'll be here for a little while longer. What's with the Top Gun audio quality? That would be the Razer V2. I don't know that I have... What other microphones are on here? There's the camera microphone, but that's probably worse. I have actually been lightly looking into like better microphones. And I just ordered, that's what I was going to talk about. I just ordered a Logitech Z906 5.1 surround system. So I'll have that part of it sorted out as far as audio goes, but I want to get a separate, better microphone. I would like to get something that's not USB, but I also am not like some kind of professional streamer and shit, so I'm not looking to spend a whole lot of fucking money. So I'm probably going to find like the best USB microphone I can get, and something better than a Razer gaming microphone. I don't know if it's as easy as just turning this up or
Turn that down. So is that now using the? Supposedly it's using. Oh, that just clipped. Supposedly it's using the other microphone. I don't know if that's any better or if you can even. Wow, that's bad. Pretty bad. Give it a second here. I'll just kind of keep on talking and smoking. Fan blowing. I can't imagine this is much better because that microphone's like 3 feet from me. Sounds way better. Just turn it down. Okay. That's at like 80-ish%. Seems like this one's better. It is better. Okay, well, shit. Let me just fucking pop that off then. Get that out of the way, and I'll just speak towards the Logitech then. Sounds more full. It might be that has two microphones in it, and I mean Logitech. That's the uh, the fucking $170 Logitech up there. So I guess it would have pretty good audio, pretty good microphone. So okay, I'll just use that then. My new Brad Couture says my new mic headset mic audio techniques long thing copy. I have Google over here, paste and search. Holy shit. Yeah, I bet that sounds fucking brilliant for $350. Phew. Well, of course, anything from Audio Technica is going to be pretty sweet anyway. Bria, it's the one right under the Bria. I think it's, was it just called, what is it? Hold on. We're on that camera. It's the 930E. C930E. I bought it like halfway through 2021. It's 1080p camera. I guess I don't know what the hell I'm even broadcasting in. I just hit a button. What happened? Okay, we're fine here. Yep. Backstage cam, okay. What am I broadcasting in? I guess 1080. Okay. Is there water? Yeah, I just heard that. Wow. Oh no, it's the cat. There's a cat bowl underneath me. An automated, like on the other side of the wall, there's a one of those little automatic little cat things. Like, is the water really loud? Like, I can unplug it. It's like down here. I can unplug it if the water's too loud. Um, what are the things glowing in the cabinet? Asks Lock Watcher. Those are little candle things, like little remote control RGB cameras. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, if I'm not using this microphone, I don't even need these fucking headphones on because I'm not listening to anything. So, okay. that is like overexposed like hell. But little switch on the bottom. They take 3 AAAs. And yeah, they just got the, your typical whatever remote. Figured they'd look cool in there since it's diffused. Although they're still pretty bright. That's going to be like my cool stuff cabinet, I guess we'll call it. Carrie, hey, what's up, Carrie? Welcome to the stream, where we just figured out that I don't need my headphones on because the microphone in my camera is better than the cheap-ass gaming headset microphone I have. Well, it's close enough to 530. I don't have a woof. My ceiling isn't woofle-proof yet, and that is definitely, like, the ceiling in the living room is gypsum. This is some kind of, like, soft, fluffy tile. So I'm definitely going to do some flame proofing. But cheers for future woofles. Yeah, I don't know if that cabinet's going to hold the Perseverance and Ingenuity Lego models. It'd be pretty tight. If it doesn't fit there, I may just stick it right on top of the file cabinet. Oh, it's really easy to point at stuff when you just look. Who knows? Maybe have it. Actually, it'd be kind of cool, I guess, to have fucking hell the Perseverance like on top of the snake tank. That's exploring the snake. I don't know, because that's plexiglass right there. Because that's the warm half of the tank, and the fan in here is always going. That's why the joint keeps going out as well. It's a really big ceiling fan. I guess that's 54-inch, I think it was. 5 blades. If it's asbestos, it'll be flame proof. It looks like asbestos, but it's not asbestos. It's just, it basically just looks like your old school, your regular like tile ceilings, but they're foot by foot. They're about a 1/2 inch thick, and they actually glued them to, they installed a wood lattice work up there, and they're like glued onto it. Kind of the same thing they had in the basement. So I know what it is. It's just going to need a good treatment, and it'll be fine. I just need to get there. Asbestos in a can, yeah. Yeah, actually, we are encased in asbestos. I have aluminum siding on the house, and directly underneath the aluminum siding is all asbestos, white asbestos siding on the house. Which basically means I'm never going to replace the aluminum siding because it would cost an additional $30,000 to $40,000 to get an asbestos mitigation team in here, and I'd have to like evacuate and all this bullshit, and like I ain't dealing with that. So I will just keep the aluminum siding. Thank you very much. I will plug the holes with fucking Expandafoam if I need to. But yeah, so I found that out when I got an estimate. Let me get my shoes off. I don't need my shoes on in here. All my sandal flip-floppy thingies. God. But I found that out when I had after I got the house. I had like one of those home remodel places come over and they did the inspection. So that was one good thing I got out of it. Was knowing I'm encased in asbestos. And there's lead paint on the walls, but it has all been encased in other paint. So like, and there's expanded steel in the walls, which is why I have 4 routers and probably hooking up a 5th soon because Wi-Fi in here is absolutely atrocious. So I'm using TP-Link 1 mesh, and it's okay. The only reason I used that was because I already had 2 TP-Link routers. So I figured I would just use them all together, and then it turns out you can only use really 1 router with 1 mesh. Then after that, you just, or yeah, one mesh or whatever the fuck it's called. Then after that, it's just all repeaters. I'd rather be able to have routers all on board, but I'm too far into it now that I'm not going to change everything over. So I'm just dealing with the TP-Link's one mesh. Both routers and access points. Well, they're all AX 1500s. That I have a mixture of setups with, because I run a couple subnets, like all my IoT, like my insecure, like IoT, like all my Alexa stuff, my lights, the can't light switches, shit like that. That's on one subnet, and then all my like computer stuff is on another subnet, just to kind of get a little bit of separation from the insecure versus the more secure. So I have a mixture of routers and setups and shit like that. But right now I have one router and then repeaters set up just to bounce the wireless out. I may set up a second router in this room just to have the extra hard ports, because I need more than 4 Ethernet ports. So I may branch this out here because I could use a second hard plug for the Intel NUC, and then I can shoot another one across the room and into the living room for the TV. Let's see. Of course, I have all this Alexa shit around, and apparently it uses the, what is it? The Eero? Is that what it is? EERO, I think that's what it is. Apparently it's a bunch of, like, I think, goddamn, that one right there, that's a, I guess that's a 5. Apparently, then I have an 8 and a, well, that's a 5th gen. Then I have like an Echo 5, a 10. Apparently they have some other fucking mesh built into them. So it's just ridiculous. Just plug all your stuff into one PS. You don't kick around it. Mike and Co says, just use switches. Why do you use routers? A single router centralizes your admin. Just because of the network was very limited in how big it could be for a while. So I didn't really need, I guess, switches so much. So I just kind of stuck with the router because that's what I had and just expanded on it since I didn't have to go very far. And now that I'm already in that ethos, it's just all I'm basically doing is taking my little cramped network that I had and just spreading it out more just to get the signal farther. It was just kind of how the situation has been for the past few years or whatever, that router just worked better at the time. But at this point, I think I'm good with ports. Like I said, I may add a router up here. I may not. Like, I don't need a router for the bottom computer because I don't do anything with it except watch my streams or, have a second Discord down there. Or if I'm doing something up here, I'll use it to, like, look up a tutorial on a game or whatever. So I don't need that to be plugged in. And everything in here is Cat 6. Actually, just today I pulled, I drilled, well, the wall on the other side of this wall is part of the old snake tank that had small vents drilled into it for circulation. Well, one of those vents happened to be at the very bottom corner of where the desk is. So I took my 2-foot 3/8 drill bit and just drilled straight down through the floor after doing some rough estimates to see where it would pop out. And I was actually within 4 or 5 inches. So I drilled straight through down, routed that out. And then, so now there was a hole inside the wall going downstairs. And then I was able, from the main router, pull up my Cat 6 cable. And then on this side, where this wall is, which is drywall. I had an extra, like, you know, in your kitchens, or I'm sorry, your bathroom sink, you got the little silver ring with the plunger, you know, at the drain. You got the little silver ring that actually mounts to the sink itself. I had an extra one of them, so I used a little bit of sealant, and I put that on this side of the wall after I cut a hole in it to give it another flange. So now the network cable comes up in the middle of the wall, turns and comes out the bathroom flange, and then the power cable for the water that you hear actually goes through both flanges and then through the wall. It's a complicated system, but it worked out pretty good. So there's just holes drilled in the wall. So I didn't actually, this whole wall here is basically semi-permanent. It's not a permanent structure. Like, I could have it off of this. It's only being held into the whole house with 13 screws. So, like, and there's no electrical going, like, mounted to it. There's literally just a pass-through for network and a 5-volt cable. So I didn't need to get any inspections or anything done because there's no electrical. It's just a hollow, mostly hollow wall. And it could come down very easily. So I don't need permits or anything for it, which is nice. And I didn't need to worry about running electrical because just to save the hassle, I just run an extension cord. Like, whatever. There's no cats, no kids. So, yeah, I'm guessing you're hearing her a lot. She does that a lot, even like when we're hanging out. She'll just sit there and yell at me. So, let's see. Britt says, I guess running cable inside the room with pets about isn't a good idea. Yeah, they like to eat everything. So that's why luckily, just the placement of that hole that was already in the wall and just drilling like diagonally through it just worked out really good. And yeah, Mike and Co, she's over there. Like this wall doesn't actually go up to the ceiling in the middle because that's where the ceiling fan is. So like, I guess if you're looking at the wall this way, it literally goes, like, comes across, drops down, and then comes back up, like where the ceiling fan is. So it's still kind of one room, even though that's more of a, like the cat hallway, because that's where cat stuff is. So it's really easy. All the sound between the rooms just bounce around. That's why you can hear the cats and the rest of the house. But she just does that. All right, I'll go pet her. Hold on. One moment, please. Oh, good Lord. All right, you can come in here for a minute, but as soon as you start chewing on stuff, you're out. You want to get up here? No? Come here, girl. There we go. This is Lee Scratch Perry, by the way. She is a dilute tortoiseshell. That was a weird noise. What am I hearing? Alright, so there will be cats, you know, whatever. Thank you, pretty girl. Thank you, pretty girl. All right, Poofy, come on. Come on. She's like, oh, no, you'll come. Alright. Oh, this is going. Let's see, it's been about an hour. That's not bad. Oh, okay, what do we got here? We got coffee right here. Why don't you get in the bed? If you get in the bed, you can be like right there. I could almost pet you. No, right there. You were in it yesterday. Drink. How tall are I? I are 6'1", 6'1" in boots. Like 6'1" and like a little bit. Like in my boots, I'm 6'2". I am 206 pounds, so which is what, like 96, 97 kilograms or something. And welcome, BC Allen, Megavolt Meister. I had a small Russian blue. I had a big, loud Russian blue named Larry for a little while. He was her, that's her brother, but he moved and she didn't. Do I have moths? Who said that? Phil in the kitchen asked, do I have moths or do I fight with the cats? Now, this shirt is just like, this was like a $5 at Five Below. It was a $5 shirt at Five Below like 7 or 8 years ago. And I wear it a lot, so it's just like it's falling apart, and that's fine. That's why I only wear it usually in the house and not in public, which this is quite public. Looks like we got like about 45 people. That's cool. Welcome to the Throwing It Together stream that we're still doing. Megavolt Meister asks, what is the max range of my drone? Mavis's max range is the battery. I did a live stream once where we did a range test where I knew I had the wind to my advantage. So I flew her until she was at about 45% battery. And she was, what was it, 21,000 feet away? Like, you know, about 4 or 5, may have even been farther, may have been 25, 26. But I seem to remember it being like about 5 miles away. And I had 4 bars left. But I had 45% battery, so I had to turn around. They say you can get up to 10, 15 miles, but that's line of sight, like basically over the water. Like your realistic range, especially if there's a lot of houses around, is a mile, maybe 2 miles. If you're out in like a field or at the park, maybe 3, 4. The closer you get to water, the more range you get because there's less shit in the way. The more Wi-Fi around you, the more interference and the shorter range because it uses 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Shit, now I don't have a mute button. But yeah, it does great for what you need it to do, and that's using the, what is it, AccuSync 2.0, and I think they have 3 or I know they have 3, maybe 4.0s coming out, which apparently is even better, even longer range, and even better return when video. So clearer everything. Graham Shaw, in since 7 p.m. It's pissing rain here. You're tired. Mike and Coach says, why don't Americans use stones to calibrate pounds to smaller numbers? Measuring large things in pounds is like measuring football fields in millimeters. Because Americans are assholes. Generally speaking, we do things intentionally to piss other people off and piss each other off as well. So that's my best explanation, and most Americans would probably agree. Just to piss you off, you know. We got to be different. I mean, what can you say? Yeah. All the ghost hunters about with their electromagnetic meters. That is a Gauss meter, magtometer, something like that. We had that was weird. Weirdest thing at work. This was 2, 3, 4 years ago. Had an engine at a customer, newer engine, just stopped running one day. Sometimes you could get to almost start. It would like start wanted to go, and then it would just stall out. So we looked, seemed like it was getting pretty good crank signal. Cam signal was good because it used cam and crank signals for triggers. Everything seemed to be doing just fine. We tried engine harnesses. I think they did a new computer. Someone else was working with it. This was just me following along in the story. And they couldn't get it sorted out, so finally they sent it into the shop. While I was at the shop, they went through all this stuff, engine harnesses, all this shit, could not figure it out. I think it was in there for almost 6 months. They were pretty much replaced everything, like all the support hardware on the engine. Could not figure it out. They made sure all the wheels were trued up. We had oscilloscopes in there, all kinds of shit. Finally, someone came up with the idea to get a magnometer, measure the magnetic resonance in there. And somehow or another, the engine block had been magnetized just enough that it was throwing off all the sensors. Like all the read sensors, all the magnetic sensors. Something had happened to the engine block itself that it was mildly magnetic. We have no idea what happened. Like, somebody asked, was it, did it always get parked next to like an industrial HVAC, with big ass electromagnetics and engine, and electric motors turning or something? But it was just a regular forklift, just parked wherever it was parked. There was no weird magnetic sources parked anywhere. Just somehow or another, the engine block caught some magnetism to it, and it threw off all the sensors. Weirdest fucking thing. We actually had to buy a meter to measure that out. It's crazy. We still never figured out what happened. We actually had to just pull the engine, put another engine in, and everything was fine. Especially once all the support parts were brand new anyway. Jonathan Hughes, that would have to be one hell of a neodymium magnet in the drain plug to magnetize the block. But I don't know, I got a couple in there, right about there in the cabinet, that would probably just about do it. If you go right there, no, it's right there. So I've been hanging out with her all day. As I've been coming in and out of here, I've been having a lot of stop sessions. That might be why she's a little meowy. Yet you have to stoke iron with a magnet to magnetize it. That's bizarre. Yeah, we have no idea. It's not like it got overheated, some weird anomaly thing with being overheated and near something weird. It always ran fine. It just finally one day it just stopped. Jack Attack says a chassis ground point change will do that. There's a bunch of magnets in the oil pan. Yeah, it wasn't a bunch of, meow, meow, meow. Wasn't a bunch of magnets in the oil pan. So I can't let her in here too much, because she's the one that likes to chew on everything. So I guess that's another reason we need to get a microphone that's kind of down here, more directional, and then get like, I guess I'll get like foam things or something. Or I don't know, I'm not much for like buying shit, so I'll have to see if I have stuff. Like I got a bunch of A crates, but I don't want to go that cheap. Maybe I'll get one of those, you know, you can get like the A crate looking foam things for beds, like under mattresses. Those might work pretty good. Scuff Dog, add a noise gate so it only picks up your. Oh, yeah, I don't have a noise gate on this. You're right. Hold on, let's do that. Where is filters? Noise gate, noise gate. Close. And that might help. Good call. Yeah, I forgot. I do normally have a noise gate. Thank you, Christian Harold Mobile. Yeah, it's not picking her up now. That I can see. Yeah. Okay, that's better. So now you'll only hear her when I am speaking. Degaussing. Yes. Graham Shaw says, one moment, please. He needs more ginger beer. 404 says, how about a Bluetooth mic like Clive? Then you can wander about. Because those are pretty expensive. And I would like to wander about, but like a Rode mic or I guess Shure would also have portable mics like that. I just feel like they're pretty expensive. I'd have to, let's see, Blue Parrot makes a good headset for $90. Yeah, you'll still be able to hear when, if I'm not speaking, or unless I'm speaking. eBay, that foam is not cheap. That Electron box. Don't waste money on Electron boxes. Don't waste money on soundproofing. Just make a wooden frame, put dense rock wool in it, and then stretch fabric over it so it looks like a picture art. And hang it on the wall. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. She's almost getting it. She does get loud at times. But this is also kind of like one of the first nights or first days I've been in here, then she's not. It's like, so she's got to learn that this is a cat-less. She can't be in here all the time. And that sucks. But yeah, I see what you mean. Electron box, stretching fabric. I was thinking something like that, like I got curtains there. They're thermal curtains, but I know they also do well for knocking sound down. But we'll see. I mean, if I got my green screen up, that's an entire piece of fabric behind that. You know, it goes from there to just off screen is the little. I mean, it is just off screen. So I put the green screen up, then there's definitely sound dampening. I'm not sure what I'm going to put like on that side where the door is and like the walkway. I may put like a small, comfortable chair just as a place to chill and relax when I don't want to be in the like mission control area. Franco says, sometimes my cat will come up to me, scream right in my ear, and then run away. Yeah, Spaz will sometimes run up to you, bite you in the leg, and then run away. It's like, okay. And then if you chase her, she gets all scared and shit. And it's like, well, are we playing? Are you just rando biting? But yeah, it's that's welcome to cats. Add more drapery. That's actually what I'm going to be doing to my bedroom, my new bedroom, which is the next project. I had to put a bulkhead in it, like frame in around some ventilation and power pipes. I just put on the last big slab of mud yesterday. Waiting for that to dry. I'm going to sand it, and then it'll be the fourth coat on the corners because it's a one that sticks out. And then I'll be able to paint that probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then once it's painted, I'm going to seal the floor. And then maybe start moving in a couple weeks. I may paint a little bit more. I got some more projects to do in there. But I may be out of the basement by, I mean, definitely before Thanksgiving. And I may even have the new lab set up by the end of the year in there, in the old bedroom. So we'll see. Mr. A Cake says, have you built your own house? I have not. I have modified the fuck out of this house, but I have not started from scratch on any house. Um, and I am mediocre at best at drywall and carpentry. Um, but I also am just like, yeah, this is my place. Like, I'm not all that concerned. You know, like, I don't want it to look like garbage, but, like, it looks pretty good for adding a wall and doing this weird desk thing for like $300 altogether. A lot of it, and most then 140 of that was the door. I mean, like paint, um, various little bits and pieces for tools. Um, yeah, I don't even know this one. Actually, this room may not have even been $300 because a lot of the money I spent was for getting the bedroom sorted out. But anyway, sorry, just like blah blah. Mike and Co says, "Wow, you're talking about Thanksgiving. Where the fuck is this year going?" Yeah, really. Like it's as of lately, it's definitely been moving along quite nicely. And yes, the joy of owning something, a Christian Herald, is definitely being able to drill holes in it. It is always an appreciated trait. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I guess we'll go ahead and do a toast to my cat, who has shifted her position. She's now slightly outside of the room, but meowing and kind of looking at me. Hi. Don't worry, I'll be out there soon enough. Like, I can't smoke a joint with her because she's one of the cats that doesn't like a joint. But toast to her, toast to Lee, Poofy Girl, as she is sometimes known, or Pretty Little Girl. Cheers to you. Hey, the Poofy Girl. Yeah, really, other cats are like not around. Tiny Mama walked by a little while ago, but she was just grabbing something to eat. Oh, and this is what's left of my sour diesel. Oh, I don't think there's actually anything in there. Oh, no, it's still touching cotton. What's up, Treasure Luke? Hey, Mark Pitt, come on, watch the words there. Like, dirty words, man. Don't be fucking dropping, like, language like that in chat there, Mark. Welcome to the stream, Mark Pitt. Oh, man. Mike & Co. recently fitted a kitchen here, drilled more holes than you can shake a stick at. I've been drilling quite a lot of stuff here, especially when I was doing the trim, because right there, that little corner trim, and it is like 3/4 by 3/4 with like the little, it's kind of like doop doop, and then curves in, kind of like a quarter pipe. Wow, I'm doing this all weird because I'm trying to do it in the camera. Like a little quarter pipe. It's shaped like that. In there, that is primed, so it's primered white, and it's wood. That's just $1.50 a foot for a fucking foot of it, of cheap ass, like, ain't much better than balsa wood shit. So I was like, you know what? I am fucking pre-drilling this shit, because if it cracks, like, that is a lost fucking investment at this point. Like, actually, yeah, when I said $300, that just clicked. Most of that was for the trim. Because, like, I had the drywall, that little white shelf right there, that's a piece of wood. That was like $26 for a 8-foot piece of primered wood. But yeah, that little pieces of trim, man, like they are ridiculous. Quarter round. Well, quarter round that's like fat. This is like concave, I guess you'd call it. So very thin, almost like Pac-Man-y shaped. Mark Pitt says, materials are really expensive at the moment. Man, you ain't not kidding me. I'm glad I had a lot of this shit already. Especially the wood I used in here. I used wood framing in here because I knew it would be exposed. When I did the bulkhead, I used steel framing. But it's all materials I had, which luckily, like, because that would have made this whole project a freaking investment. But now altogether, I'd say between the two rooms I've spent, and like I said, at this point, most of it was trim. $150 or $140 for the door, and just over $100 for just trim in both rooms. About $60 in drywall and that mud, the mud bucket you saw on yesterday or last week's stream. And that's pretty good mud too. I'll give it that. I usually use their regular green bucket. Figured I'd try that one this time, and it's pretty good mud. So if you need a recommendation, there you go. Not sponsored. I don't know. Rob, hey, sorry I'm late. Got tied up on my own channel with new guests. You will be banned shortly. Thanks for showing up, buddy. That's fine. Cove molding. This is why we invest in a shapier and shapier bits from the molding, I guess. Extrusions. Electron box. I hoard old wood at the moment. It's eye-wateringly expensive. Yeah, like everything, like as soon as COVID hit, like seemed like everything literally went 4 to 5 times as expensive for lumber, and it's really only gone down a little bit. It's still like 2 or 3 times as much as it was for the same shit, and it seems like every board you pick up now is, can't find a flat piece of wood for nothing. It's 47 watching this. Yep, 47, 48. Not bad for a quick throw together stream with shirt with holes in it and battery powered candles. What am I hearing? Is that fan? Do you hear that? Wow, wow, wow. I'll have to figure out where that is. Is that fan? Hold on. So I haven't heard that noise before. That ain't that. And one of my computer fans is a little rattly. I guess I'll have to go tighten some screws. Alright. Oh, wow. Now the overhead fan's on hurricane. Alright. Yeah, that overhead fan, it's high is like you need to dust your house off, so it just blows it clean. Medium is like high speed fan, and low is like almost nothing. It's a fairly drastic change. I am out of coffee. I will drink water. Christian Harold asks, do I have HVAC for the room, and what about the snake temperature control? There is a vent in the room. It is over there. Big overhead fan. And the snake tank has temperature control with a 20 watts heating pad under it with a temperature sensor, a Zoom Ed, one of those temperature sensor thermostat control things. Like I've had the same ones going for over 20 years and they work just fine. So if you get like the Zoom Ed thing, it's got like a temperature probe, a plug, and I think there's two plugs in it with like a plastic cover for temperature control. Like I've had three of them going for 20 years and they still work, so kind of hard not to recommend them. I think they were like 30, 40 bucks when I bought them. No idea what they would be. What is that? Okay, I don't think you can hear that unless I'm talking because the microphone is not picking it up. No, okay, whatever. Doing the best I can. He does forklifts or something, right? Yeah, I work on anything from a pallet jack to a forklift to top loaders that unload, ships down the ports, reach stackers. I work on aerial equipment, boom lifts, telehandlers, scissor lifts. I work on cars. If the customer wants those, we'll work on cars. I can install chargers. I'll work on anything up to 480 volts. Yeah, I do whatever. I'm currently running an Amazon warehouse of 253 pieces of equipment, 248 of which have hydrogen fuel cells in them. Yeah, 48, 49, something like that, yeah. And I have a cat who is very loud. Yeah, it's Lee. She's been meowing for a significant amount of the stream, so I've been going out and seeing her, but she's learning. Like, we kind of got to get this learning thing going that she can't be in the office all the time, and really not ever. I let her in for the stream, but I don't know that I would do that again because then she's going to start expecting to come in. And this is kind of a no cat zone. Greetings, Raven Looney. Welcome to the stream. We're just kind of chilling, throwing it together, seeing what's up. Megavoltmeister says I'm not all that fussed with the background noise. That's cool. We do our best here. We do our best. Do I race the forklifts? Asks Mr. 8Cake. Of course not. That would be an unsafe practice. One should never race forklifts against each other. Uh-huh. Mike and Kiss says, hydrogen, you say. Do you reckon hydrogen has the edge over pure electric for the future? No, because the amount of, good Lord, the amount of energy it takes to produce the hydrogen is kind of backwards right now. It takes so much energy to produce and then store and transport and all that with hydrogen. It's not really economical right now. So unless they can figure out a cheaper way to get hydrogen to the vehicles, I don't think that'll ever truly catch on. Yeah, Rob, I even added a noise gate, but she is just very loud. She's always been like every once in a while she'll sneak into the bathroom while I'm taking a shower and she will scream 3 times as loud as that until like I reach out and pet her. And then by the end of the shower, she might as well have had a bath because she's soaking wet. But yeah, we will be hanging out once the stream is done. I keep trying to get her to go on the hammock right there. Like right there. Yeah, hi. Right there. Pretty little girl. Yeah, she does have quite the set of lungs. She's very poofy, and I think all the poof is lung. Does she have a medical need or is she emotionally needy? She just meows a lot because she wants to hang out. Um, Ronnie sings because Ronnie sings. He just likes to sing. But she just wants to hang out all the time. She was the first cat, like I've told this story a couple times, but she was the first cat that figured out how to, go Tomb Raider style, freaking climbing up shit to figure out how to sleep with me at night when she was a tiny little fuzzbud kitten. Yeah, they are social animals. Problem is, my computer is not very social. Rifleman says lots of hydrogen is made by taking natural gas apart and throwing the carbon away. And Mr. A can't shit if they're being watched. I guess you don't own a cat then, because like if I don't let them in when I'm in the bathroom, you would think like the most horrible things were happening out there. Like all four of them. Like they'll just come in and just be like, "Meow." Like, and it's like, oh wow, okay. Yeah, they definitely like to get a little closer. Don't be shy. Oh, here you go. I need to paint it one of these days or print it in a better color, but let me see if it'll focus. If you recognize that little alien xenomorph, well, face hugger egg that I printed for holding my dabs. I mean, you can use it as like a pen holder too, but that's specifically for my dabs. Water. This is done, so I'm gonna put that up there. Big storm just hit where Weaselbox is. Is there going to be a big storm here? What are you telling me there, weatherbug.com? What do we got going on? Live radar. Nope, that will not be hitting me. I wouldn't mind some rain today. The Fixer 69. I may be late, but I am here now. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm still rambling on, and it's an hour and a half. That's pretty good. I don't know how long it's going to be here, but just kind of threw this together. I guess I'll go ahead and we flip views again for those that don't know or have joined late-ish. We are in my new office. I was in the middle of working on it when I saw that it was past Clive's normal time, and I decided just to throw this together like really quickly. But for those that are interested, we will Luma wipe to mission control, as I call it. No audio when I switch streams. That's a good point. I see all this orange. I'm like, what's going? Oh, I remember. Let me go back and let me see if I can fix that, and then I'll start talking again. Hold on. But thank you. Thanks. Hold on. I think I gotta do the slider thing. Where's that? That's right about there. Let me see what happens here. Flip. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out because it doesn't seem to want to let me pick that microphone immediately. But what I was saying when I was pointing like over to the side and all that, that's a piece of glass. That's a 6 foot by 3 foot by 3/8 thick piece of glass that you're seeing through right there. Yeah, I gotta add it in a weird way. Is it because you are using the camera microphone? Yeah, and then when I switch cameras, it's not picking up that microphone for some reason. I've probably got to configure it. If you want to give me a moment, I can try to flip it over to use this microphone. I think I know how to do that. If you want to give me a second. Actually, let me see if I can do that here. Add existing. Let me add that. Okay. We're going to do, just to make this a little easier, we're going to do a picture in picture. I'm going to put me over there. Because if I just do both video at the same time, then I can just select that camera for the microphone. So I just put that there. And I'm going to flip again and give me a second to play with it, and then I'll see if we're good. Coach Seagal says, Scruffdog, isn't that the gaming mic used in the other scenes? It is. But, you know, that's here. Let me flip again, and I think we can get this time. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. We good? Are we good? Do a little dance for me if we're good. Jack Attack says we're good. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, sorry about that. Thank you. So yeah, this is the end of the wall. That over there is the door frame. You know, the door that's behind the monitor there. But all this from here to here and down is a piece of that 3 foot by 6 foot by 3/8 thick piece of leaded glass. That way, I figured I'd flip just so you can get an idea of what I'm actually talking about. And this is my shelf. This is going to be a knick-knack shelf too, because here is plexiglass. This is 1/8 inch thick plexiglass that used to be the sides of the tank, and those are my side windows. And it looks like an actual office because like you have a door, a full-length sheet of glass, and then 2 windows and like a little wall. So it looks oddly lit. She is very loud. But yeah, this is the new setup for those that have joined late. Is that a Logitech controller? No, this is literally just game controller. It is just a cheapy Xbox 360 emulator controller for cheap games. Don't worry, I don't plan on like using it to control any like, you know, underwater devices. We're good. Did you say it's 3 inches thick? Yeah, 3/8 of an inch thick. 3 feet. 3 feet this way, 6 feet tall, and 3/8 of an inch thick. But no, it's not a Logitech one, but it's pretty damn close to the one they had. I think this is basically the clone of the Logitech one they had. So it may, the way clones are nowadays, it may be better. That's actually not bad with the picture-in-picture right there. That's where. Oh, this is there. Yeah. There we go. All right. Sorry, I wanted to try that. Audio crackle. I'll turn it down. I may be speaking louder as well. Because, I don't know. That happens. Looks like your head is small. Yeah. All right. Let me flip that back. Oh, it's kind of shiny over here, too. Oh, well. Let me turn. Yeah, that one's turned down there, too. All right. Not that kind of crackle. Can you control your drones with PC software? What kind of interfaces do you have for live video output from drones? One of my well, let's see. Can I control my drone with PC software? Probably, but I have not looked into that. I just have my controllers. You can get a bunch of apps, third-party apps to put on the controllers or to put on your Android phone that interface with the controller to do, like, to run pre-programs, flights. I haven't really looked into that too much. What kind of interfaces do you have for live video output from drones? Besides screen sharing with my camera software, one of the controllers I have does have the HDMI output. I have the smart controller V1, but it does have HDMI output on it. The standard, my controller that I use normally does not have video output on it. Yeah, like I said, she's going to keep crying there, Weasel, and it sucks, but she's got to figure out she can't. Like, this is a pretty cat-free zone. I can't actually see her. I think she's in the next room, just being very loud. Crackle like a bad connection. Yeah, I don't know. There shouldn't be anything different besides her yelling. Is anything else turned up here? Let me turn that down. Desktop audio was turned up a little bit. I don't know if that's part of the problem. The Michelangelo touch. It's still there. That's best we got right now. I can turn it down a little bit more. I'm barely hitting the yellow now, but who knows? It could be a million things. Or it could just be the computer's being dumb. Codec issue. I mean, it just might be something with the camera. I'm looking at the microphone. It almost looks like it. What is that? Sorry, I'm playing around. Is this any better if I don't speak quite as loud? Picture in picture. Well, picture in picture is on the other feed, but that shouldn't interfere. Remove picture in picture. Alright, I can do that. Let's remove that. Hopefully it doesn't remove it from everywhere. Alright. Alright, that has been removed from the other thingy. Yeah, there's no cat cables. I just click off of the other one. I guess we'll see. Let me know if that helps at all. Still there. Who knows? There could be a million things. I wonder if something came on that's just being noisy. Like I said, just another reason I got to get a better. I got to get a better microphone set up. Welcome fan plant. Apparently, I'm having some microphone issues. Wonder if I turn the camera on and off, if that would help. Let's do that. Because, you know, what could go wrong? I'm going to deactivate the camera and then reactivate, so the stream shouldn't be affected, but it might get weird on OBS. So let's try that real quick. Alright. I don't know if that's going to be any different. I don't know that I want to go so far as to unplug and replug, but if it does get too bad, I can always switch back to the headset microphone. Fixed. Sweet. Alright, cool. Thank you, everybody. Always love live troubleshooting. Yeah, I guess if it does it again, I'll just, flip it in and out. Something like that. And I'll see if maybe there's something specific I do that turns it on. Is the volume good? Do you want me to turn the volume back up, or are we still pretty good as far as all that goes? Says that sounds nice, better, it's good, perfect, cool. All right, I'll leave it right there. That's -20 on the camera mic. I'll start doing a little research. Actually, I'll do a little research on USB microphones, or if I can find a nice line-in microphone. And I'll also start looking at YouTubers to see what external mics they're using and how much complicated bullshit is involved. Because I know there's a lot of your really good microphones are XLR and you need a little preamp and all that shit. And I ain't trying to get all that involved. But I obviously need a better microphone. So I'll see what I can do. I mean, I guess I'll see if I can get one that just sits on the desk. Like, I don't know that I need like the big swing arm and like trying to look like a DJ and shit. Mark, I just got into the office. Like, I started the stream while I was still working on it, so the ceiling hasn't been fireproofed yet, so there is no woofles for this stream. My apologies. I also didn't know that I would be doing a stream until about 35 minutes before the stream started. Zap Sparky asks if the Rode mic Clive uses USB. I don't know. I know it's Bluetooth, so I'm guessing it's either Bluetooth direct to his phone, or yeah, I guess that would just tell you how it is. He probably has, I guess, a module connects to the phone, and then the microphones connect to the module, if I'm not mistaken. Mal says, for those that don't know, Scruff had an incident woofling in the past. Yes, I had a small incident, yes, as something caught on fire on my ceiling once. Like, it wasn't like a holy shit moment, like I just grabbed it, wrapped it, put it out. But it was one of those, oh yeah, look at that, there's fire. So I'm a little extra careful now with my woofles. So yeah, there was an incident once. And no, I don't actually have footage of that. That was just on Discord one night. I asked Mark. Yes, Mark Pitt lit himself on fire with his Danger Woofler. DIY to the extreme kind of woofle. But hey, you gotta have fun with it, I guess. You know what I mean? When was the giant woofler reveal? I haven't done the ultra woofler yet. That's going to be, like, realistically, probably a couple months. I just got some more parts I need to put together for it. But when it happens, I'll let everyone know well ahead of time. I'll try to schedule it in a way to make sure Clive can see it, since Clive inspired it. So hopefully he'll be able to join the live stream whenever that happens. Fan Plant says, if it's a real thing, I'd paint a 3D printer cabinet. Actually, my 3D printer may end up living in here. Like, there's a possibility it'll be right there. Or I may keep it downstairs in the lab, which I'll have to kind of see how the room works out. Because there is a constant breeze in here where there won't be in the lab. So if I choose to do anything in the hotter, either hotter prints, I don't have to worry about the breeze, especially, ABS, where it's got to be in a heat cabinet. Let's see. All you need is a boom overhead, says Jonathan Hughes. Yeah. I'll figure out something. Preferably, I guess I'm going to kind of have to have a boom, because I'm going to inevitably use it for when I'm live streaming games. So it's either going to have to come from the shelf here, and then that's going to be in the way, or I could clamp it here and have it come in this way, because if I'm gaming, I'm going to be sitting like this, autofocus. So, yeah, I'd have to have the mic here. I do have an arm thing that I used for the when I was doing my live streams from the workbench. The main down camera was on like one of them camera arm things with a clamp on it. Hey girl. Well, so I can use that to hold it depending on what comes with the microphone. A shotgun mic eliminates the need for a boom arm. That is true. Because then I could stick that, like, there's an empty spot there, and just have it coming right towards. That was great. A cat silencer. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I guess mostly her, she's just going to have to get used to it. There's really nothing, like, I'm not going to, like, block her anywhere or whatever. She's just going to have to get used to this is cat-free land. Oh yeah, there's my ID, just so you know it's me. Franco says they have Bluetooth on all their computers. It's great for transferring files. Only my main PC has the internet. That works. Gooseneck with a small mic, says Harold. Christian Harold. Back attack says up and over the monitor. Or there's kind of holes. Hey, you know what? I'm going to flip on OBS, how OBS has the two screens, your preview and your, what's actually, program, preview and program. I'm going to put preview on the other camera, and we'll see if the audio gets derpy. Alright, so now preview is on the other camera. The other camera does not have this one on it as to be able to use the microphone. So right now, let me know if the audio is still good. I would think so, because no one said anything quite yet. What is my latency here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 4. Is that live? That's live. See, so I'm about 4 seconds behind. Still good. No camera change. Okay, yeah, I didn't change the camera. All right, now I'm going to add this camera back to that preview. They're not VLC. Wow. That one again. Crank it down. Alright, so now that one has the preview of this camera. You can probably, Mike and Co says she can probably hear you talking and thinks you're calling out to find her. She's acknowledging you but can't get to you. That could be a possibility, I suppose, yeah. Oh, she'll have to get used to it. That sucks. It's just there's too much wiring in here that too many places for her to jump to that she could get hurt or like damaged, kind of expensive stuff. Because I did not in any way cat proof or cat safe this room because they just really can't be in here. So far, no change in audio. Even a lapel mic works. Like, I got some cheap ass lapel mic downstairs, but it's like super cheap. Or is it? No, actually, it's downstairs. All right, I'm going to switch views now. Just to see what the audio does. First thing else is try going to settings, audio quality, social change. I don't know. Yeah, I know there's a way I can pull the other audio in. But doing the picture-in-picture, like I'm good with that. I'm going to flip it and we'll see what the audio does. All right, we're back to that with me over there, so I can use this as a microphone. Getting kind of hungry. We may have to stop streaming soon just so I can go get something to eat. I forget, there was something else I was going to say while I flipped this over. I don't know what it was. That's all right. Rifleman says, no matter what the price, do audio tests. I have a wireless lav microphone that works great and was very cheap. Yeah, I've done some tests with that really cheap one, the cheap wired one, and I cannot seem to get it to not be poo-poo. But I also haven't tried it on this setup quite yet, so there is a possibility. Maybe I'll dig that out of the drawer tonight. No bad noise so far, says Christian Harold. Thank you. That Sparky says that their soundbar is directly connected to their PC because there's a constant hiss over Bluetooth. Their previous wireless keyboard and mouse wouldn't connect from hibernation and needed a reboot. Heard of similar issues like that. Like the Logitech, the Z906 system I got has direct connection. So it comes with a cable with three 3.5 millimeter plugs to go from left, right, center sub, and rear channels directly into the little dashboard controller, a little separate controller that sits on your desk. And then from there, it's wired out to the speakers, which just I prefer. I can't do wireless speakers. Like I need copper connecting my speakers. I need very good. I need as good as audio as I can. And I realize I'm saying that as I bought a Logitech system, but Logitechs aren't too bad, and it's for my computer. Like out there in the living room, like right now, I'm rocking a Yamaha for the house surround sound, but I'll be upgrading that next year to something else. But Logitech's pretty good for Logitech's pretty good for computer surround sound system. Franco says so far there's no crackles in the audio. That's good. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it back. Don't forget to use copper, says Mr. 8Cake. It actually comes with wiring that apparently is actually copper with it, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm going to take a check it first, because if it's not true copper, then I have copper downstairs. Are games really in 5.1 Dolby? A lot of games are. Most of your upper tier games will have surround sound, especially like first person shooter shit. Anything with that has spatial awareness will usually have 5.1 surround sound. And I watch a lot of movies on my computer. Yeah, guys, like if I'm watching a movie, I could be doing a couple other things on the other screens, and it'd be nice to have the movie in front of me and watch. I've always had some sort of surround sound system. Even my bedroom has a 5.1 surround sound system. Like my bedroom gets like the old, whatever the living room used to have in it, that gets moved to the bedroom. And then like whatever was in the bedroom gets moved somewhere else or donated or sold or whatever. I just always have had surround sound systems. DC Allen is off to bed. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. We're at 53 viewers. That's pretty good. Not bad for being this far into it. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out, everybody. No crackling here. Whatever it was seems to have sorted itself out, I guess. Maybe we just need to reset that camera every once in a while. So yeah, I guess if it does it again, just let me know. Zap Sparky says, the cable connected via the front stereo microphone got 5.1 on the back. I guess that's what you're saying. Is that what you have? That's actually how the smaller computer is here. The Nook, I have hooked the speakers up to the headphone jack. But yeah, I have 7.1 on the computer. Motherboard actually has 7.1 out. All the little jacks for that. But I'll only be using 5.1 out. And apparently, the thing you can simulate. You can take a stereo one and have it simulate all the way up to 5.1 to get the full surround simulated surround sound thing. Electron Box, my Planetronix Voyager headset, got one of them. Love them. It's the best I've had. Agree. Expensive, but I can be heard in a car on the motorway while doing 90. I'm guessing UK 90 or 90 miles per hour. With the windows down and people on my car, they can't hear any background noise. Yeah, I have an old Planetronix Voyager. I love it. The battery in it is kind of spanked because it's, well, I mean, the one I got is 8 or 9 years old and still works. Even though I use my Bose mostly now. I have Bose Sport Free. Wireless Bluetooth that I use mostly. Has the kitty given up or have you felt her out? She has given up for the moment. I don't see her. I don't want to look around too much in case she catches me and then starts going again. Mouth says UK road speed is in miles per hour. Europe is in kilometers. Oh, okay. Good deal. Did not know that. Viking Coast says it's been a good stream. Thank you. And the crackle seemed to be a software issue. The restart cured it. Yeah, that was pretty easy. It just, I'm pretty sure when you hit deactivate, it actually turns off the camera itself through OBS. So that seemed fair enough. Easy enough to fix. Click, click. Good night, MLX. Thanks for stopping by. Hope I was entertaining for you, and I think you've been here the whole time, so like cheers to that. So all I have left right now is water, but cheers to everybody that stuck around, and cheers to everybody to just hear whatever. In the UK, 90 miles an hour in the UK on the motorways is not uncommon. Yeah, it's kind of like that here, even though most of our speed limits are 55 or 65. It's usually, most people do 80. Like, if you're in the slow lane doing 65, people are pissed. So, and that's all since, the past couple of years. People just got faster and faster and faster. Mr. A Cake says, thanks for filling in. Hey, no problem. Cheers to Jack Attack toast. All right. Scratching, not picking. Top of the hour, Christian. I got you. Don't worry. So I guess, you know what? We'll go to a little past 7. I'll call it, how long has we been going here? I don't even know. Let's see. There's other mouse. 2 hours. Okay. So yeah, we'll do just over 2 hours. Don't need a 4-hour stream again, and also don't want to bore everybody to death. And I don't know if I have quite as much cool stuff to talk about as Clive, so I can't spend it all in one, because we may need to do this again next week. Since I'm doing this tonight, I'm gonna skip, like I said last week's. If I'm doing this, then I'm gonna skip the KSB stream tomorrow. But what I might do is, if Clive doesn't have a Patreon stream this Thursday, do you want me to do a KSP, Kerbal Space Program 2 live stream during the Patreon time slot? If he doesn't start by 4:05, or if he specifically says he can't do a stream, do you want me to do a 4:30? Well, give Clive a chance, and he usually starts for me at 4:05. If he doesn't start at 4:05, maybe start a stream at 4:25, 4:30. Yes, please, absolutely. Here, okay. Sure. If Clive doesn't do a live stream for Patreon, then I'll just do a Kerbal Space Program live stream, and we'll continue with our YouTube thing. We're on part 9, I think. I was almost had the thumbnail set up today, but then I started getting involved in getting all this set up. So, all right. I'll do a Kerbal stream on Thursday if Clive doesn't do a Patreon stream. And then I guess Saturday, if Clive doesn't do a 4:05 stream, I'll do a 4:20 stream. Give him 15 minutes, a little bit of buffer zone there, I guess. Do a poll, okay? Sure. Well, I mean, there's enough people said, yeah, I'll do that. I don't think we need a poll for that. I'll just do it, and then if I need to jump in on Saturday again, I'll do a slightly later stream. Like I said, give him time, and I guess we'll do it from here, and maybe by Thursday it'll be flame-proofed. Don't know about the microphone situation, but maybe we'll have something by then. 6:50. All right, so we'll go for another 15 minutes tonight. Graham Shaw says, yes, please, Scruff Dog, or Big Clive will be out doing a Thursday stream. We'll be, I guess you're saying won't be doing a stream until the 31st? Not do, okay. Clive will not be doing a Thursday stream until the 30th. Okay, so yeah, if he's already said that, then yeah, I'll start the Patreon stream at 4:15. Just in case, you never know what happens. I'll give him that 10-minute buffer, and I'll jump in at 4:15. And we'll do part 9 of the YouTube stream, which is, we just got into low carbon orbit and we are getting ready to go deal with a secret mission that is waiting for us, and then we are flying to the Joule system. If I remember right, we're going to Lathe, but we just got to low carbon orbit after a lot of hoopla. So you're gonna get to see how annoying it is to dock two ships together, because it can be a severe pain in the ass and it may require restarts. But we will be doing docking practice on Thursday, it looks like, and then flying out to Joule. I guess so. So I guess I'm going to be busy this week again. That's cool. Maybe I'll talk to Clive and see if he can post links. Maybe get some people over here. Counts are louder than any issue with your voice, says Christian Harold. Yeah, well, maybe by Thursday they'll be a little better. We'll see. Steven Seagal says, you aren't Clive, you are Scruff. You can't compare apples to pears. You're doing great. It's highly entertaining. Don't underestimate yourself. The last stream was 4 hours with over 100 viewers for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I'm just making sure everyone is entertained. 4:15. It is 23:51 here. What time have I got? It is 18:53 here, or 6:53 p.m. for everyone else. So that would be, yeah, so I would be starting 2 hours and 40 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah, ish. Yeah, it's 18:53 right now. It is almost midnight where Mouse is. So it is almost 00. It is almost alt o'clock. Ot. Sorry. Mars attacks moment. Trying to figure out what I want to do there. Like, someone said something about putting a TV somewhere. I had originally thought of maybe putting a TV there, but that was when, like, last night the desk was actually about 18 inches farther back. But then I had Orihime. I don't know if I said that's the name of her. Her name is Orihime. Anime reference. Bleach. Anyway. She was over there, but then I decided to move her behind me, move all this forward, which also gives me a better view through the glass. Where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, but originally when I sat farther back, that was going to have a TV, and then I would just kind of just go and like watch some TV. But at this point, since I'm getting the 5.1 anyway, that's going to be focused on this monitor. I'm probably going to maybe, and this is now, I mean, it's a maybe, but if I'm going to get something bigger to watch, it's going to go in front of me. And I'm not even sure that would work, because, like, if I have it, my viewport is the same size as this 4K here, so I don't know. But now that I'm far enough forward, that area doesn't quite seem like it needs a TV, so I don't know what I want to put there or there. I'll have to come up with something neat. Because I've also thought, almost also considered painting that green and just having, like, you know, something weird, like maybe have a xenomorph like poking up or something crazy. I don't know. I have time. Can I do fire outside the window? Well, no, because the same ceiling is right there. I guess you're talking like with that other view. It's the same ceiling. So no, I couldn't do that yet. But I may actually considering. I think I said this earlier. Adding a third camera. That's like the cat camera. That's like over the edge of the wall. Because like I said, since the wall doesn't go up to the ceiling because of the ceiling fan. But if I do that, then that will also inevitably be the Verta Woofle cam So I'll have to fireproof it over there as well as over here, because I can do woofles here and then verti-woofles over on the cat camera. So that'll actually work out pretty good. And I have more. I think I even have another Logitech downstairs. Like that's the good one. That's a 920. And I think I have another 920. No, the other ones downstairs are clones. But the one clone is actually pretty good. Or is it, wait a minute. No, yeah, that's a 1080 Logitech as well. That's a 9, I think that's a 920 Logitech 1080. That's the 930 1080. 657, okay. Sound, oh, audio has gone south. All right, hold on. All right, how's that? See, just another reason to get a microphone because, like, fixed. Yeah. All right. Just another, like I said, just another reason to get something fresh for a microphone because obviously I can't do this like every 20 minutes because that's just annoying to you as well. There's definitely a buffer sync issue. I wrote something on a buffer. Yeah, I have no idea how to fix that. It's probably, I have no idea. Probably because there's a million freaking microphones hooked up to this thing, and who knows? Would a full power down help? Well, I am not trying to do all that now. But who knows? I'll see what I can come up with for another microphone. I mean, worst comes to worst, well, I guess I can plug this back in. Like this sounds like, this doesn't sound as good, but if I'm gaming, we'll be using this microphone anyway. Because at least then this is always, it may not sound as good, but it always works. So yeah, we'll be back to that one for the gaming streams. Unless I get a better microphone. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Software for sure, says Mike and Cody. Yeah, it's who knows what could be causing it. That's the only weird thing with everything. With like my video card has audio and video. My CPU's iGPU has audio and video. The fucking motherboard has audio and video on it. The headphones have their own video card in it. Like everything has its own. It's ridiculous. So everything's fighting, I guess. But so we're gonna add a fifth, source. But who knows? We'll work it out. And I know I'm sure there's ways I could clean this up. Like I am a total amateur at OBS. What's up, Paul Norman? Welcome to the stream. I am still here for some reason. Graham Shaw seems to think the problem is the YouTube servers. Well, of course the YouTube servers are a problem, but this particular audio problem is definitely something with the camera and software codecking. Like I probably need to update some shit too, who knows. I have, what is that called? Mega Codec Updater or something or other thingy. Somebody here knows what I'm talking about. It has been bugging me a lot to do updates. What is it? I mean, obviously I'm not going to update the codecs midstream. Oh, K-Lite Codec Pack, that's it. I know it has been bugging me lately for an update, so maybe I just need to get around to that update. And actually, you know what? I just updated OBS last night. So I wonder if the new OBS has something to do with it. Like I probably got to check to see if my Logitech. Like I'll just do a full round of updates. How about that? As I ramble on and on and on. Apparently everything in the audio chain needs to be set to 48 kilohertz, not 44.1 kilohertz. I'm pretty sure that's where that is. Let me poke around. Click that. Advanced audio, that does nothing for me. Nope. One of these days I will figure this out. Audio output, capture audio, custom microphone, audio device. Use hardware, no, that's for that. No, nope. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I'll probably check a box and then we'll have no audio for the rest of the game. So. Could be OBS, is worth checking. Yeah, I'll have to see. Once this is all done, I'll go through a full round of updates this week. Now that like the bulk of the office is set up, I can kind of relax. Like I haven't been on this computer like very sparingly for the past few weeks, just because I just didn't feel like being where it was physically located. I just didn't feel like being in that room. But now that it's in the freshy new room and like everything's cool, like definitely going to be in here more. So I'll make sure everything's fresh and updated and ready to rock and roll for next stream. Oh, and let's do a toast. It's 7:03. I missed the 7 o'clock toast. So we'll do. Hold on. I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm thirsty. This is not the toast. Okay. So we'll do a toast to the Manx Beer Club for Christian. Apparently, Mr. Egg Cake has fucking ants. I had some, fought them off. It was a good fight. I think I'm still fighting, but we're better. Anyway, so this is a toast to Kevin and the Manx Beer Club and Clive and all of y'all and everybody. But, to Kevin for Christian. So cheers, toast, and I'm going to do a double fist of Super Sour Diesel and Cherry Runts. Cheers. All right. Toot toot is Jack Attack. Toot toot, motherfucker. 404 says toast to cooked bread. Nice. That could be taken so many ways. And cheers to you, Gramshaw. I need another. Well, seems like people are laughing, so I'm glad I can be a good high five tag and fill in for Mr. Big Clive. Seems like this is going all right. Next week, Thursday you'll only see like. I guess I could share this view as well Thursday, but hopefully by Thursday. Well, hopefully I'll learn how to know where to start learning where to point. But hopefully I'll have some more neat stuff in here. This will inevitably have a speaker on it, but above the speaker I may put the red blinky thing I got. And actually, you know what? I put the other one I got right here, but facing the wall. That might make the effect I was kind of going for. I'll experiment with that. That way I can get all the cool lights in the back. What will I eat tonight? Asked Christian Harold Mobile. I didn't order Chinese food last week. I forgot. I didn't order Chinese food yesterday. I forgot because I was busy dealing with this. I think I'm going to order Chinese food tonight. So that means I will be ordering I'm going to get, see, last time I got house special lo mein. Sorry for the cough, I don't have a button. And there's probably a way to, oh, yeah, I know I can do that on the keyboard, but anyway. I think I may get house special rice, and you shouldn't leave that leftovers, but I'll eat it tonight, tomorrow, that'll be good. Probably get house special rice with house specials with all the meats and seafood. Probably fried pot stickers, like beef or pork pot sticker things, and chicken on a stick. Trying to get if they have it. One of the places I go to doesn't have chicken on a stick, but I think this place does. I don't know what kind of really desserts they have. I'll have to see what kind of desserts they have. I've never really checked that. I got chow mein like 2 times ago. I'm not real big on the chow mein. I really like the fried rice or the the lo mein better. I get mei fun every once in a while. That's like the really thin weird noodles. Satay chicken. I don't know what is satay chicken. That sounds familiar. Chicken satay. What does chicken satay contain? It is made from sliced marinated chicken meat and served with a sauce made of peanuts, chili sauce, garlic, garnished with shredded shallot, sambal, a chili paste, and lime juice. The meat is marinated in spices and sweet soy sauce in a process called bakken, and is served with a rice or lontum, a rice cake. That sounds pretty good. I don't always go for stuff with peanuts in it. I've tried some Chinese food and some different, well, Chinese, Japanese, the various Asian delicacies with actual peanuts in them. I'm not real big on peanuts. Like I like a crunch in some of my food, but not like a peanut crunch. That's not real big on me, but the rest of it sounds pretty good. A satay is chicken on a stick. Oh, it is chicken on a stick. But I've never had it with peanuts, unless they mean a peanut sauce. Usually the chicken on a stick I get is more of a barbecue-y. What they have here is more of a barbecue-y or a chocho beef. I get chocho beef sometimes. One of them is really dry and one of them it's really good. That's beef on a stick. Mike and Q satay. So I should try chicken satay if they have it. I'll have to see if they have it. I will take that recommendation to see if they have it. Usually comes on a steak. On a steak. Peanut sauce. Now I like the peanut sauce. Asian peanut sauce is usually pretty good. Nutty. Szechuan chicken. Szechuan chicken is pretty good. I get that every once in a while. I get what do they have at the mall all the time? Bourbon chicken. I don't. It's an Asian owned and operated shop that has a lot of Asian food, but it's bourbon chicken. I don't know if it's an actual Asian dish or Chinese food dish, but they have something they call bourbon chicken that is fucking delicious. It's by the time it's cooked, it's like a red sauce, and then they put it over white or fried rice with lots of extra sauce on it. It is delicious. If you ever see anything called bourbon chicken at like the mall, specifically for me, it's at White Marsh Mall. It's really fucking good. So I highly recommend that. Raven Looney says, peanuts are the most disgusting thing that ever evolved on this planet. Even the smell makes me gag, but I didn't even notice it was in the saute. No shit. Well, I do enjoy like peanuts as a snack. I usually get lightly salted. Um, and I love me some sugar-free peanut butter, especially if you check this out. So you take your peanut butter lid, and this works with any peanut butter, trust me. So you take the lid off, right? Turn it over, grab a bag of chocolate chips, whether it be regular chocolate chips, or with me, I usually have 72% dark chocolate chips. So you open that bag of chocolate chips, you pour it into the peanut butter lid, right? Like fill it up, not quite full. You don't want to overflow it, or maybe you do. And then you have your peanut butter jar. You take your butter knife, you dip it in the peanut butter jar. You get a dollop or a blob of peanut butter on the knife. Make sure it's pressed on there good. Don't just pick it loose. Like drag it a little bit. Then take that and go upside down in the lid of chips. Pick it up. There's a bunch of chips stuck to it. Eat that. Awesome quick snack. Delicious. Freaking love it. Just throwing that out there, but that's what I love to do with my peanut butter. It is a great dessert. But I always have a bag of chocolate chips in the refrigerator that I will randomly just walk up to, grab a handful, and eat anyway. That is my dessert. I love dark chocolate chips. I prefer like an 85% dark chocolate, but 72% chips are very easy to find, usually. But if I can find 85%, I'll get them. Who the fuck thinks that bourbon chicken is Asian? Yeah, I don't know. Like it always confused me that they call it bourbon chicken, but it is an Asian-owned and run shop, and they have also have like chicken fried rice and like Asian dishes, but their big thing is like bourbon chicken. I have no idea. How were my cookies last time? They were delicious. They last 3 days, which is typically how long 24 cookies last. I usually eat 8 to 10 as I'm making them. Like, you get it out, you take a bite, it's fucking, you're on fire, everything is too hot. You're like, oh my God, it's too hot. And then you take another bite, like, immediately because you think it's going to be better. But yeah, they were good. I actually bought more stuff to make more cookies. I don't think I'm going to have time this weekend, but I may make some this week as like a little hooray for the office. Oh, yeah. Also, now that the office is here, I will be at some point doing the Lego build of the Perseverance and Ingenuity live stream in the office. I'll probably do like a. Hold on. Let me flip it. So I'll probably do either, I'll probably put this camera, the other camera, I'll probably put it here and like down and then do the build like right here on the desk. And then we'll just do the build there. And I figure it'll probably be like 2 streams. Like, I guess it's going to take. Like, this is the first time I've done like a Lego build in like 20 years. Something other than like the bucket of Legos I have downstairs that like I've built pie cases for and little things that I now use my 3D printer for. So I don't know it's going to take me like 4 or 5 hours like some experts here or like Scott Manley and all that. It may take a couple of 3-hour streams. Yeah, like now that the office is good, like I'm going to have to schedule that soon. That'll probably be in a couple weeks. Yeah, I'll let you know. Obviously. But yeah, I can do the Perseverance the Perseverance and Ingenuity builds now that I have a safe place to do them and store them. Because I can put them over there in that corner, maybe put a little table, put the stuff there, and then bring it over to here for the builds. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm gonna flip it back. All right. We have everything is awesome as background music. 404 not found S. I would, but well, I mean, I'm not like I'm getting paid, so I could give a shit about a copyright strike. So maybe I'll have to fade that in and out. Yes, that may not be a bad idea. Or I could have like a, I could get like, I could get my old tablet and have the Lego movie like playing in the background here, or like, well, I guess it would be where the screen is or something stupid. Well, yeah, I'll see if I can come up with a gimmick. Yeah, or just the cats meowing a lot. That would work too, Christian. Mike and Co says, I built a Lego Ducati this year. Thank you to my son. Yes, I saw a Ducati. What was it? I saw it a couple weeks ago. I looked at it. I went, ooh, like, I love me a Ducati. I may be getting a forklift. What's it like a part number is like T4003, I believe. It's a big forklift build like that actually works. I may be getting that after the Lego Mars rover build. Um, I'm kind of looking at some sets. Like I'm not someone that just builds them because like some people build all the sets because they like all the sets. I just kind of want to build sets that kind of pertain more to like me. So I'll only have a few here and there, but I would like to see like assuming this goes well and I don't get like I don't know how that I could get frustrated, but everything's cool. Like maybe I'll get more Lego stuff. Rifleman says lots and lots of Asian dishes are adjusted for local tastes. Yes. And some are totally invented for foreign tastes. Yes. Chop suey is actually American. I've heard that. The fortune cookies were invented in Los Angeles. I've heard something about that too. Mr. A Cake asks, do I have the ISS? No, but I would like to get the ISS. I will see what I can do. I think that's an older model, but someone's probably has it. But yeah, I do want to get the ISS. I may get the Saturn V. Not sure, but I do want to get the ISS. And there was something else I saw the other day, bookmarked somewhere. I think it's bookmarked on my Chromebook. There was something else I was looking at. But no, I may get a Ducati motorcycle or a Honda motorcycle as well. But it's crazy. Like there's like a generic. Well, actually, there's the genuine Lego kit, and then there's like two companies that make a generic for the Titanic. That's 9,090 pieces. That is insane. I am not building that. Not because like I'd gladly take on a 9,000 piece kit, but I wouldn't build the Titanic. Like not that quite that into the Titanic. Like maybe if it came with the Titan as well, then like you know, like Steven Seagal was showing me how like some of the old Technic, like Lego Technic kits, you could build one kit with the book one way, and then you turn the book over, and you can build it another way. Like he has the space shuttle kit. You build the space shuttle, then you flip it over, and you build a submarine that looks kind of like the Titan. But anyway, like it would be neat, like if they had the Titanic 9,000 piece Titanic kit, and you could build it, and then they came with the Titan book where you built it one way and then you flipped it and it showed you how to take that piece apart and where to put the pieces to appropriately align them. Like that would be cool. Then I may buy the whole kit just so I could do, the transformation of the kit. And they just came out with a new animation of what they think happened when everything went wrong. That new 3D animation was just updated and it's more accurately represents the pieces they found. Stream of consciousness thoughts. Anyway, Mike and Co says, me and my son built the Lego Saturn V a few Christmases ago. Yeah, it has 1969 pieces, which is the year it launched. Best day ever. I fucking bet, dude. Like, that's cool. Mr. A Cake says, beyond my budget. I'm guessing you mean the Lego kits. It can be a little expensive. Steven Seagal, he just got the Saturn V kit. I got hand on a new Center 5 kit from Belgium. Yeah, he just got his with his Mars rover kit that I believe he has already finished assembling, if I remember correctly. Yes, and explaining, yeah, actually, because Titan or Lego does have like little pneumatic stuff, so they could put like a little air bladder like in it to make it look like it could like put little hinges on all the pieces so they could like come together, or something. You put like a little toothpaste pack in it, go, something neat like that. Just saying. Oh, and yeah, well, it wouldn't be an exploding Titan sub kit. It would be an imploding kit with the optional toothpaste add-on. Fill it with ketchup. Like, did you hear that the other guy that was in Ocean Gate now wants to send people to Venus? Because now he's like, oh wait, no, we did it wrong. No, we want to send people to Venus now. Like, holy shit, what is wrong with these crackheads? Like, you just watched a bunch of people like just disappear instantly, and like your fucking first thing to say to come out after all this shit is, my bad, we should fly people to Venus. Like, shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me? It is ridiculous. Can you show us Mavis one day? Yeah, I got to get another Mavis stream going as well. Like, streaming is getting really busy, which is funny because I was almost considering taking a break, but now it seems like it's getting a little busy. I keep bonking the desk. But yeah, I definitely want to get another live stream with Mavis going. Um, Maybe I can do that. If Clive is going to miss next Saturday again, then maybe I can do a Mavis stream in the backyard. Just kind of fly around the neighborhood, dox the fuck out of myself like I do all the time. Um, Maybe something like that. Because at least if I'm here, I know I got a good internet connection. Because it's really hit or miss when I'm going out there. So I guess next Saturday, if Clive isn't streaming, then I'll do a Mavis drone live stream. Just and then we can still talk and bullshit and all that stuff. For those that don't know, that like you take the view of my drone, like I'm talking to you and all that, but you are flying around wherever I'm flying. Like you get to see what my drone sees. So you get to see things from a different perspective, different point of view. In case you've never seen that, that's one of my gimmicks on my channel, but everyone seems to enjoy it. Rifleman says Venus is the most inhospitable planet. The remote probes lasted minutes. Yeah, like the Russian probe, wasn't that only alive for 4 or 5 minutes? Like maybe it was longer than that, but it wasn't very long. I only got a few pictures back before it went. I can go and be up in 6 hours. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. We still have like 46 people. That's amazing. Wasn't I supposed to stop like 20 minutes ago? Send the regulators to Venus then. That fixes their legal issues. Yeah, really. Rifleman says the power plant video was epic. Yeah, actually, it's I do a movie thing here and there, and when I'm doing that, if there's a break time, I run the demolition video backwards, so it starts as a cloud of dust, and for the time span of about 4 minutes and 20 seconds, dust back up to assembled um, tower. It's like my little break. And in the background is Mr. Uzo playing. But no, that was a fun video. I almost missed it by 15 seconds when the drone lost connection. I almost crap my pants. Crackle again. God damn it. All right. So that's what? I guess that is about every 20 minutes. That's weird. I just saw something on my end go boop, like a little tick on the video, and then y'all started saying the audio took a poo poo. So, the Fixer 69, I'm here to the end. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. 1 second of black screen. Yeah, I turn. Oh, Rob, what that is me is I'm deactivating the camera in OBS when the audio starts to get weird, and turning it on and off seems to fix the audio crackle that is happening. Maybe it's back again. Maybe it's thermal for the webcam. It's not that warm. There is a very light breeze coming down from the fan that it is 3 feet from. But I mean, I'm not saying that isn't a possibility. Let's see, what are we looking at? Do you have an AC cycling causing a spike? No, actually, well, the house fan is on constantly circulating just to make sure I didn't overheat in here, because I thought I was going to turn that fan off, but I ended up leaving it on because it doesn't seem to matter, I guess. So there shouldn't be any spikes there. Oh, and there is a CyberPower live UPS in between everything anyway, so everything going to the computer is fucking polished. Polished power anyway, so even little spikes and shit in the house, the computer shouldn't see it at all. Yeah, online, thank you. 404. Let's see, right now, with both computers, 2 computers, a 4 gig hard drive for drone footage, speakers. Yeah, nothing but computer related stuff going. We are currently using. Oh, come on. Nope. 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 Where are you at? Serious? 200 and about 280 watts. 280 watts for 5 monitors, an audio system, 2 computers, 2 cameras, stuff. Pardon me. That's not too bad. When I'm playing KSP with both computers going, it's usually about 450 watts. 350 of that going to the big computer. Snake eaters. The snakes, yeah, they're on a different circuit. Same outlet, ultimately, but different. It's isolated. I do have a kilowatt meter. Will I be getting RGB lighting for this room? Yes, I will. I use LifeX because I can script control on a local LAN. I will be getting something in here at some point. I have my living room I want to do first. I have a bunch of what is the industrial version of the 2812s? It's like 64 something RD 64 something or other. I've been collecting bad strips from work, like when somebody will pick it, there's 30-inch strips, 2 30-inch strips on every piece of equipment, on most of the pieces of equipment at Amazon. And if they go bad, like solder joints break or somebody will like rip it in half, we have to replace the whole thing. So I'll take all the pieces and you just cut it every LED and resolder it. So I probably have close to 100 feet of all these little bits and pieces I'm going to solder together to do my living room. And I may do that in here, or I may just get like just a couple lamps. Like I may put a lamp back where the skull is. I may actually make that a lamp there, put a taller lamp over there. Like right now, the light I'm pointing at, there's a studio light right there. It's actually I guess the light, it's a panel light that's one of those for a seasonal effectiveness disorder, sad. You know, like you don't get enough light in the fall and the winter. So this is a panel for that. They get super freaking bright. That's what I use for studio lighting in here. It seems to be working okay. But I may have like another light in the corner over there. I may just do like regular Philips light, just a light bulb kind of thing. Who knows? Sad without Kevin. Poor Christian. Yeah, I forget. They're the industrial version of the 2012s, and they are very clear. They have very good color definition on them. I bought a generic Amazon RGB controller. And these are RGB, not RGBW. But I bought a generic Amazon one just so I can do it for testing the strips before I hook it up to a bigger controller. I have a Pi Zero W. Is that what it is? Pi Zero W, a wireless Pi Zero. I figure I'll use that for a controller. I think I have an Arduino somewhere around here. I have a Mega. What is that? Mega AT40, Mega 48, Mega AT. Kind of high. I can't remember. I have a bunch of various microcontrollers around here I can use for RGB control. But yeah, there will be some lighting going on in here, yeah, at some point. WLED is good depending on what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, I didn't get the white filament ones just because they don't have them, and I'm able to get them all for free. I just tell the guys, the techs that are there, I'm like, hey, whenever you rip the pieces off, just save as much of it as you can, and I'll just fix it. And I don't mind soldering it all together and then getting some crown molding with a slot in it. I already looked at a couple different types of crown molding, put a slot in it, put the crown molding up, paint a gloss white around to help reflect the white over the crown molding, and then drop it into a tucked-in slot that goes around the wall. And then underneath it, have it routed out for 5-volt lines to follow it so I can tap in. Because these LEDs are the ones, they're the really close ones. They're, what is it, 60 per meter? So they're really tight, so I'm going to need a lot of power for them. I can add a forklift headlight to your wall. Do forklifts have headlights? Yes, forklifts have headlights and work lights, and I do have some headlight work lights, bits and pieces. I have a couple of blue lights that were kind of busted that I got working, which wouldn't be much. Like, they are at 20 feet, they're only about this much light. They're very focused. To make the LED lights to the Woofle Flame Dance Fire effect. Well, if the lights are out, that actually does a pretty neat effect against the wall. You can kind of see it. It's just not super convenient to turn the lights off yet. I'll see what I can do with that. Whatever lighting I put in here, the main lighting will probably be Alexa-fied, since that's her right there. Like I said before, I'm in an Alexa house. If they're going to know everything about me, then they can turn on my fucking lights. Like, that's cool. A ring of LEDs around the woofler would be cool, says Lockwatcher. That would be an interesting thing. I wonder if that would actually do much. I will possibly investigate that. Uh, the Mega or the Ultra woofler will probably have some lighting, big lighting on it. Zap Sparky, thanks for the reminder. I need to get a new inspection booklet for the truck I use. Okay. What about mounting the snake tank on the wall and have a couch behind you so you can lay back and still see your screens? If I want to get that chill, I'll just go in that room with the big couch and the ottoman. That's, well, the comfortable ottoman, and then right next to it is the less comfortable ottoman that's hollow that has all my cannabis in it. And then the big ass 65-inch TV. Like, I don't need that much chill in this room. Like, this chair here, actually, I mean, you can pop it back and then you can kick back in this pretty good. Pick that up a little bit there. So, like, this is pretty comfortable. Sit back, chill, and see the hole in my shirt. Like, this chair by itself, like, I don't really need much for a couch in here. So, there we go. That's better. Our user says the new Ultra woofler should use straight mercury vapor lights unfiltered. At that point, I'd be worried that they would cause early ignition, which could be kind of bad for this particular woofler. So maybe not quite that extreme. A ring light to illuminate the smoke ring has a flameless effect, says Electron Box. So we can see what we can do. Might be able to see how that black soot flame ring reacts to uplighting. Yeah, we can experiment. Looks like I'm going to be here for a minute. All right, I'm actually going to go ahead and we'll just go ahead and I'll give it 6 more minutes. At that point, it'll be just over 3 hours, I'm guessing. Yeah, that'll be a 3-hour stream, and then we'll call it there. I figured I'd be going for an hour and a half. I'm running my mouth. But y'all are hanging out, so it's kind of your fault too. What does the snake eat? Crickets, mice, chicken, McNuggets. Generally leftover neighbors, whatever parts of the neighbors I don't eat, I'll give to her. Or if that's not available, then I will feed her frozen thawed mice. In other words, frozen mice, you warm them up, get them nice and hot, in a bag, boiling water, toss them in there, wiggle, 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 chomp, chomp, chomp. Snake ate the ex-wife. Not quite, dude. When I first bought the house, and we were in, what is going to be my new bedroom, it was like the pet room. This tank, this wall, like the big snake tank with the big 9-foot boa constrictor, Yorisu was her name. We had to sleep right next to the tank. Like, the bed was literally against the side of the bed, was against the side, 6-foot long side of the tank. And we would wake up in the middle of the night and the snake would be like, "Hey, how's it going? You sleeping over there? Did you lock the tank? No. No, you can leave it unlocked. That's fine." Like, every night, she would just watch us sleep. I thought it was funny. The ex-wife did not think it was that funny. I just thought it was funny because, like, I knew the snake wasn't getting out, but the ex-wife, she was very cautious of that snake, which is fine. Like, the snake could have killed me. could have killed, like a 9-foot boa constrictor can squeeze you if you're not paying attention, but that was fun. um, was that the snake? Was that to you or your ex? That was to either of us that were close enough, but she slept on the snake tank side of things. Not because I care, that's just kind of how our sides were. She was always on the left side, and that kind of worked anyway for us because she was left-handed, so it was easier for her to reach stuff. I was right-handed, easier for me to reach the nightstand. That worked out. That one, Yorsu was definitely a danger noodle. I would not consider Orihime that much, even though she is close to 6 feet long. I think she may be 6 feet long, which is pretty good for a corn snake. Like, I'll get her out one of these days. But we only have 3 minutes left, so it won't be today. Let's see. Yeah, she's in her tank. Let me make sure that's on. Yep, heater is on. Double check because I was moving that around a lot today. It's always a good idea to be cautious. Yes, it is. Snake over the couch. Well, then the only problem with that was there'd be nothing to look up because all you'd see is the bottom side of cocoa mulch. Yeah, I mean, you can see it there. Cocoa mulch and a little bit of soil mix I got in there. There wouldn't be much to look at while looking up. Now, I'm still not sure, but I may actually put a cat viewport over the door. Where if that's the case, then half the door, like, would be basically a 3x6 sheet of plexiglass that would be encased so that we could, like, get hovercat mode on in and out of the room. I don't know. I'll have to explain it with pictures or whatever one of these days. I may install a catwalk over the door that the cats can climb up the wall and then kind of get into the room, but still be up over it and not be able to get into it, but then they could, like, see me easier, like, more clearly, I guess. Just saw an article that a dog fell into a cistern in Texas. 3 people jumped in to save the dog. All 4 perished in the gas-filled cistern. Lovely. Yeah, watch that. If the first person jumps in, hey, hello, and then the second person jumps in and it's the same, like, nobody's saying something, like, the third person should probably, like, take a breath, think about what you're about to do, and maybe turn around and handle it a little differently. Hey, what's up, Lori? All right, we have about a minute to go. And hey, now I'm on OBS. I can do the awkward moment. Should be much timed much better. Usually, I think. Crap, now I can't remember if the stop streaming has a confirmation button or not. Guess we'll find out. Wouldn't that be called a people walk? Glass ceiling, cat tiles. Toast to our main man, you know which one. Alright, one little quick toast here just so Christian can sleep better tonight. To Kevin of the Manx Beer Club. May he be climbing poles and having fun, and cheers to everybody. I'm going to take a sip and do a hit. Cheers to everybody. And I thought it had a confirm box, says Steven. I guess we'll find out. Because I'm going to hit stop streaming on 2, and then if there's a confirm box, that'll be one that should stop. I haven't done an OBS stream in a while, so I can't remember. But this will be the end of the stream. Thanks for stopping by again. Glad I could entertain for 3 hours again. Shit. I guess I will see some of you Thursday for a Kerbal Space Program stream. And then Saturday, if we're doing another stream, I'll do a drone Mavis live stream from the backyard, and we'll fly around the neighborhood. There's some water features and the poo-poo plant. Like I have a shit processing plant right across the water. Luckily, the wind usually blows the other way. But I guess we'll get some shit going on here. I guess I'll probably see everyone tomorrow. If Clive's on a stream, I'll see you in chat. And if not, I'll see you Thursday one way or the other. Alright, so let's see here if this has a confirmation box, because we are stopping in 5. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers to you. Have a great weekend. 4, 3,